Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we are starting with Google Forms tutorial. So this would be little interesting because we'll be covering a lot of things in this. So thanks for your response in the Google Sheets tutorial. So prima facie we have seen how we can enter or create a form when we study the Google Sheets. So there we have two places from which we can enter into the Google Forms, create our forms, and it directly gets attached to the Google Sheets which we are currently working in. The one option was from the insert menu, another was from the tools menu. But that session was very limited pertaining to what we were seeing there or what our focus was onto the Google Sheets. So let's start with Google Forms. So in this chapter, we will see the overview of the Google form, how to create it from the blank, or how we can use the preset templates. One way to launch the Google form is when you log in into the Google, you'll see the Google Apps, the 9 dots here, and from here you can scroll down to, if you do not find it in the above icons, you can click on more from Google, and here you can search this in this long list. Okay, so I can find it somewhere in this long list. So here the forms are there. So if I click on that, my forms got open. So they're asking me whether I wanted to use the form for the personal use or for the business use. So currently we are working into the personal account, so we should go to the Google Forms for the personal use section. If I click on it, it will open the Google Forms homepage. Another way is we can type the URL, which is basically my forms.google.com, enter, and it will directly help me going into the home page. Okay, so let's see the overview here. We have the three bars here on the top left corner through which we can create new document, new sheet, new slide, or new form. This is my setting. So under setting, I can select my language and I can select my control as well as the template. So templates display recent templates on the home screens. So this is a very simple setting. Again, these 9 dots is to navigate through different Google apps, and on the main screen I have start a new form. The search is specifically useful when we have a lot of forms created and we need to search within these created forms, be it on your forms or if you wanted to search any item into your drive. The very first is the blank, so we can click on this to open a blank form, right? And here we need to design everything from the scratch. Okay, let me go back, and if you see here there are some pre-configured templates, and if I expand this template gallery, I'll get lot many templates which are pre-configured for various uses which we can make use of to create our own form. Okay, there are different categories. So for example, the education, we have a blank quiz, we have exit ticket, assessment, worksheet, etc. For the work purpose, we have event feedback. So if we are seeking the forms to seek the feedback, then we can use these templates. Okay. Now basically forms are useful to seek the inputs from the users. Okay, that's the bottom line. So for example, if I why I create form is basically I can create a set of questions which can be circulated to the target number of users audience, and we can collect the inputs from those users, and when we collect those inputs, those can be our foundation to do the analysis on the questions we have set into the forms. So this is a kind of uh, interview technique, or it's a kind of a feedback technique through which we can seek the inputs from the users. Okay, so let's open a sample form or the template, say contact information. If I open this, you will notice that it is pre-configured. So for example, this background image is already been set to some green picture. Then we have the contact information already configured here. The section is contact information, and here we can insert the input in the form of description. Again, the name, wherever you find a star, it's a mandatory field. Then short answer text. So for short answer, for the long answer, so we have a character limit that we will see subsequently. Phone number, comments, etc. Okay, so this is a very simple form. So this is just for the demo purpose. So let's go back and let's start creating a forms from the scratch. Okay. Now as soon as we open any template, okay, even if we do not do anything on the template, it will automatically gets added to your drive as a in the form of your form. So you can remove it if not required and click on the blank form. Okay. Any form is divided into two sections. One is the questionnaire section and the other is response section. In the questionnaire section, we can set different types of questions into the form and the visual GUI appeal of the form or the design of the form. In the responses, we can set where and how we want to configure our responses, and the same section also shows us the analysis of the inputs that we receive via the forms. Okay, so let's go ahead with the questions. Okay, okay. On the top, we have customizing the theme option. So this button is specifically useful to customize the theme. So for example, currently the theme is set to the purple color. You can see here the number. Okay, we can set it to some blue color as well. If you notice, the main theme of the background and the outlines of the questions or the sections are marked as blue. Let's set it to red orange. You can set it to orange. Okay, so this is how. Background color also you can choose. Font style you can change to say decorative, etc. So these are the basic theme options. Now for this is we call it as a header. So for the header we can choose the image as well. So for example, there are some preset theme images which we can make use of. For example, if I am using this for some school students, etc., and if it is related to some music, we can always select this image. Okay, if it is related to some arts or drawing or painting, we can use this image. So let's go ahead and select any one of the image and click on insert. Okay, my image got uploaded here. It might take a bit of time. Now, according to the image, it has already taken the theme color, the background color, so on and so forth. Okay. Now, let's say this is my test description header, and this is my test description, and this is my test question. Okay. Forget about, we will see that in detail when we cover in the next section. This why I have created this is basically this the second option is basically allowed us to preview our form. Okay, see how our form will look like when we share it with other user. So test questions is how it is appearing here, and test description header along with the test description appear here. The theme image is appearing on the top, and when we click on these inputs or if you fill these inputs and click on submit, it will get generated. Okay, now this is the preview. Then we have the setting I'll cover into the next sessions, and then we have a send button to share it with the required audience, that also we will see it into the subsequent sections. We have then three dots to see for the more menu. Again, that will be covered in the coming sessions. So I hope this is clear for you till now, how we can create the form and how we can navigate between the basic two principal sections into the forms and the basic menu here. So thanks for joining. Stay tuned for the next, and thank you.